And hi everyone, we have another flashlight from Lights and Gear to demonstrate today, and in as little as a few weeks here I have another Sunwayman light to talk about. This is the C22C, which I finally got a chance to review. It has two LEDs on it, not one but two, and as they call it here, it's the dual light night traveler with 1000 lumens as the top output level. It is very carryable, very pocketable, and pretty cool as far as the two LEDs are concerned. And you have a little bit of information here on the back. But let's see what we got here, and then I'll go over the particulars of the light, because there's a fair amount to absorb with this particular one. So here you go with the standard package of accessories. Nice user manual here, very effective. And you've got some foam packing. Here is the flashlight. Nice size, as you can see, about 4 inches. And here you have your packet of accessories. There are 3 O-rings, all different sizes. And there's also a lanyard in here, and as you can see, the pocket clip is already attached to the light. So what we have here is, again, this is your Sunwayman C22C, and it has one LED right here, which is, let me just get the particulars correct. This is an XPG2R5 LED on the side, and this goes up to a high output of 130 lumens on the side. Actually, no, let me take that back. 180 lumens on the side light here. It goes high, medium, low on the side with 180, 46, and 16 respectively, and you can also get strobe and SOS out of the side LED. I also didn't mention that this particular this LED right here is neutral white, which is a nice little addition. The standard LED, or the main LED if you want to call it, this is an XM-L2 U2, and you will get up to 1000 lumens in turbo mode, which actually will light for 3 minutes continuously. If you leave it on past 3 minutes, it'll kick down to high. So 1000 is turbo, and 580 is high, 130 is your medium, and 35 is your low. And there's also strobe and SOS available on the main LED as well as the side LED. No switches anywhere else, but what you have here in the tail is a very strong magnet. So if you have your magnetic surface, let's see, do we have any magnetic surfaces in here? How about a coat hanger? Well, that kind of, well, yeah, there's a magnet in here, so it will stick to, doesn't stick very well to this, I can tell you that. Obviously, with a stronger magnetic surface, you will have it sticking very well. So anyway, you got your magnet here in the bottom, and that can be handy with the magnetized bottom along with the LEDs. You can actually run the two LEDs at the same time, but the only thing I don't like about it, it's a great idea, but what I personally don't like about it is that it has to be in high mode. In other words, when you activate them both, it's automatically high for both LEDs, and there's no switching within that. All you can do is turn it off. You can't change modes from that setting. All you can do is turn it off, and then when you turn it back on again, actually in that particular case, when you turn it back on again, it'll be in high mode for whichever LED you select. There is a memory on the light, but the memory only works if you stay in one particular LED and then turn it off. If you switch LEDs while you're in that lighting mode, the next time you turn it on, it'll default to high for whichever LED you switch it on to. I'll see if I can make some more sense of this here as we turn it on. Alright, so what you do to turn it on is simply give that side switch, and I'm sorry if it's not ultra dark in here, but this will work. To turn it on, just give it one little, oh wait a minute, we haven't talked about batteries. Alright, let's do the batteries, then we'll turn it on, since I think it'll work better with the batteries in it, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, jumping ahead of myself there. Okay, so let's talk batteries. First of all, they will recommend you use one 18650, one 18650. This is what the light will run on for the most part, 3.7 volts. Alternatively, you can use two disposable CR123s, or you can use their rechargeable cousin, which are the 16340s. You can use two of these if you'd like, or you can actually use 18350s, 18350s. You can use two of those if you'd like. These, of course, if you're not familiar, are all, they're all 3.7 volts. However, these tend to be, these are thicker. These are 18350s versus 16340s. And these are thicker than the other ones, but they're the same thickness basically as an 18650, so they'll both fit. So anyway, two of these, or one of these, you know, whichever one you want. They're all 3.7 volts, and I do not see any difference in output depending upon the battery type. So you should basically get the same lighting levels, lighting outputs from each of those batteries. Okay, we'll start with the 18650, and I might add, this is flat top, which it also works with. So button top or flat top, it doesn't seem to have an issue. Alright, as the cap rolls away. By the way, you got some, I forgot to mention, you have some pretty nice threading here. These do not look to be square threads. You have a, you can't see in there too well, you've got a spring in here and a spring right here. So, different size, slightly different size, I should say, 18650s, you know, millimeter difference and so forth, shouldn't be that much of a problem. And as well as it accepting both flat top and button top. Alright, now we're ready to go here. Almost had the camera in my lap there a second ago. Okay, now we'll start from the beginning. Okay, light in hand. Now, since I put the battery in, as soon as I turn it on, it'll be in high mode, because that's what it initially defaults to. So, you have high mode right here, with your nice LED, your nice XM-L2 LED, which is a very nice LED, very artifact-free, very round, and very smooth, I should say, with the reflector that they've used. And to switch it down, simply press and hold the button. There's medium. Actually, yeah, I think I was in turbo. Okay, there's low. So if I press it, I will go to turbo. Press it again, and there's medium. I'm sorry, there's high. Pardon me. There's medium. There's low. And if you just keep pressing it, obviously it'll keep sequencing. If I give it one quick press, it'll turn off. So back on again, and this is the high, or rather, for all intents and purposes, it's turbo, high, medium, low is the sequence that it will give you. Most lights go from low to high. This is the opposite way. Now, to access strobe from here, all you do is double click it. Oh wait, let's try that again. Oh, my finger is not being fast enough. Gotta double click it to get strobe. I think my right finger is better at that. There we go. There is strobe. And if I double click it again, I get SOS. And this is accessible from any mode you happen to be in. Now, let's look at the side switch. And to get to the side switch, you press and hold the button, and we have side switch light. There it is. Neutral white. It's Again, it's the XPG2 LED, very nice, neutral white and quite bright. I was surprised. I thought given the output levels it would be dimmer than it is, but it turns out to be a lot brighter than I had imagined. And it works the same way as the main LED. So to get to the other levels, I simply press and hold, and there's medium and there's low. So there you go, high, medium, low, high, medium, low. It'll just keep sequencing through. And again, as I always say, the camera tries to adjust for the different brightness levels, so it often looks a little dimmer than it does on camera. Now, if I want both of these on together, what I would do from either LED, whether I'm coming from the top or the side, I will double click to enter strobe, then double click and hold the button. Now, see what I've done? I'm now operating both LEDs. They're both on at the same time. That easy to see? They are both on at the same time. So I double clicked and then held the button. If I double clicked and released it, I'd simply be in strobe. But double clicking and holding the switch will activate both LEDs. And I think if I mentioned, I may have mentioned this before, they're both in high, and that's the only way they can be. If I hold the button, it won't do a darn thing. So the only thing it'll do from this mode is turn off. But they're both in high and they're both on at once, which can be a convenience, obviously. And if you're on a magnetic surface or something like that, then you have light from both directions. Actually, no, never mind. Okay, so all you can do here is turn them off. So one quick press and both LEDs are off. And that's the basic operation of it. So again, if I want the side, I simply press and hold the button at any time. And from there, as I said before, you can go into strobe and SOS the same as you can with the main LED. And one press gets you back to where you were. And again, you can sequence high, medium, and low with the side light here. Now, I'm sorry I don't have much more time on this video to go outside with the light, but if you go to my website at lightsandgear.com or you click the link below to the written review, you will see the outdoor shots as well as some still indoor shots, of course, with the light. So you'll get an idea of what it will do outside with both LEDs at the link to the Lights and Gear website and the written review of the C22C. But that is basic operation of it. Personally, I think it's pretty nifty. Every light has a couple of things which some people would like to see different, but that's the way they are. That's where owning multiple lights sometimes helps, since you get a different kind of perspective from all your different lights, and they each have their own unique way of operating in their unique situations. There's the LED, by the way, right in there, and that is a it's almost a very, very, very light orange peel, but very light. So again, go to the website and check out the outdoor shots. Plus, you can also click on the link to make a purchase of this light if you so desire, and there are lots of other flashlights and batteries there as well. Lightsandgear.com and the Sunwayman C22C. It's pretty nifty. I do thank you for watching. Like it, share it, and we'll talk to you next time.